Now, new research commissioned by the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants suggests that the pandemic has proved to be a time of career contemplation for a lot of young people. They say that the last 18 months has seen an increase in the number of people who want careers in more traditional professions like law, medicine, and you guessed it, accountancy. Well, Helen Brand from the ACCA is here with me now. Helen, tell us a little bit about this research.
Sure. Well, we've been looking at the whole concept of rethinking careers post-pandemic and with all the challenges and changes that are going on in the world of business, and particularly focusing on that Generation Z that are entering the workforce now. And what we found is that pre-pandemic, around 21% of young people were thinking of entering one of the professions, law, accountancy, medicine. It's now 30%, and we're seeing, real interest in that financial security and flexibility that a professional qualification can give you.
Is that the main thing driving that then, the financial security that traditional professions has?
It's certainly one of the highest factors that's coming through, but also flexibility. When you think about it, you have that professional qualification, you can work in any sector. All sectors need finance expertise in good times and bad, to help make to make the right decisions. And whether you're a small business, whether it's a startup, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're in a major corporate, those skills can be applied. And we've seen, really interestingly, in the older generations, mid-career, a lot of people now coming towards the profession. We've had some really interesting case studies of people who've been maybe in a bakery for 20 years, now studying for the qualification, people who found that they were servicing apartments and those apartments could no longer be used during the pandemic. They've taken up studying for a professional qualification and working at the same time, so generating income while studying and qualifying to be a professional.
Don't say this the wrong way, Helen, but surely, if anything, the pandemic has convinced youngsters that life's too short and perhaps they shouldn't get into one of the most boring industries one could think of.
Well, I'm glad you said stereotypically. All the people I see who qualify with ACCA, they're incredibly enthusiastic about what they're doing, supporting the businesses they work for, supporting their families, but having that possibility and the opportunities that lie ahead of them. So I think it's not simply about that financial piece, it is much broader than that, and understanding that if you want to work with media, you can be a finance professional. If you want to be in the building trade, having that finance understanding behind you is going to be really useful. So I think it's actually really imaginative. Our Generation Z research showed us that young people want to make a contribution. They want to do something that's going to add to sustainability on the planet. And they're very practical about it. So, they've got the feet on the ground and they understand what's going to be the foundation for a successful career ahead of them.
This might mean that it's going to be a very competitive job market, particularly in the capital.
It's interesting. We're seeing the accountancy firms, the employers in the corporate sector who work with us, and the public sector, so government, are desperate for qualified accountants. There's a real opportunity there. There's a real fight for talent. So if you can get yourself equipped with the right skills and experience, there are jobs there for you, particularly in this sector.
Helen, thank you for joining us.